Hello, everyone. Welcome. I am Linda Israel, and thank you so very much for coming to my live stream here on YouTube. I greatly appreciate your support and for taking the time to come here and hang out. There are a few things that I want to go over before the actual live started. So first of all, I want to make sure that you like this video and subscribe. So give it a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate that. When you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell up in the corner. That way you'll get a notification whenever I upload a video. I have a broadcast post or even a live stream. If you're watching this video as a replay and you're on a computer, look for the little gear at the bottom. You can change the speed to speed it up. Or if you're on a mobile device, look for the little three dots and usually you can change the playback speed there. My live streams generally last about 2 hours. They can go as long as 3 hours. It kind of depends on what we're working on that day and how the feedback is in the chat. While you're watching, you earn junk bucks. So if you are here in order to get those junk bucks accumulating, go ahead and type hello in the chat and my little bot, Junkie Joe, will see you and then you'll start accruing junk bucks. And you're wondering, well, what do I do with those junk bucks? Well, you can accumulate those, and once you have 2,000 of them, you can type !award and you can redeem them for a $10 off coupon to my shop. You can earn junk bucks while you're here and when you are chatting, as well as when you play the in-chat game. So look for those as they come up, and if you make a donation. For those of you that make a donation during my live stream, make sure that you go over to my website at lindaisrael.com, and if you haven't already done so, create a user account. When you make a donation during my live stream, basically you're buying a membership to my website and to the live stream. In my opinion, what we're doing is you're accumulating that money in my account. Thank you for that donation. And as a reward, you will get 5% off your orders at lindaisrael.com. And during the live stream, if I have a journal that I'm giving away at the very end, you are eligible to win that journal. Anybody that makes a donation gets into that drawing by manually typing in the raffle at the end, but then you also get the discount membership on my website. Thank you to Robin, who is my administrator during the live stream. She helps me out with answering questions as well as giving information. She is also my administrator over at the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. If you haven't joined that group, please do. We'd love to have you over there. You're welcome to share what you're working on. Speaking of sharing, during the live today, you can speak up in the chat and say, hey, I have a YouTube channel. You will not be able to share your link to your channel, but you can at least say, hey, my name is, and this is what I do. And then your friends that come into the chat can follow each other. Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. If you will be kind to those that are here. If you have a question, put it in all caps and I'll do my best to answer those. The chat sometimes goes pretty fast, so I don't always see it, so do ask again. And at the same time, if you're in the chat and you know the answer to somebody's question, please speak up and give them the answer. Check the description box for links to products that I share today. Yes, I am an Amazon affiliate, which means I do get a commission on items that you purchase through my link. If you're going to buy something anyway, I greatly appreciate it. It does not cost you any extra. It just gives me a little bit of a commission, which helps me buy products to show you here. If you win one of the raffles, you can start right now by typing !raffle. Do make sure that you go over to my website, and if you haven't already, created a user account. That way I will have your contact information so I can send you your prize. I am starting a raffle right now that is for 200 junk bucks, so you can get well on your way to accumulating your junk bucks. Let's have some fun today and let's get started. Thanks everybody for being. Come on, computer, are you gonna work? I was sitting here like, okay, is it gonna change? Hello, Julie, Margie, Jennifer. Thank y'all for being here. I have had a headache all day, so I took Benadryl twice today. That usually helps with my head because it opens it up, and it wasn't helping, so I moved on to something else. If you know, you know. So today I thought what we would do is kind of tackle the plethora of scraps that I know you save them. I know you save them because I save them. And if you don't save them, you're lying about something. Because I'm sure there's some of the scraps that you save. They may not be as small as mine, but you still save some, right? So, we have this abundance of little scraps, right? And so what I do is when I have time, I will sort all of the scraps on my desk. I'm trying to get this out here. And then when I'm left with little pieces that are book pages, they're scrap runoffs, whatever they may be, I'll take those and then I'll start doing things like adding a little bit of color, rubber stamping on top of it, and then all of these little scraps become fodder to use if you want that collaged eclectic look, but you don't have a wide variety of maybe scrapbook papers or fancy papers. You may not use digitals, but you want to be able to make your own. Well, use those book page scraps. Another thing you can do is paint the book pages. Here they are. And paint them white, paint them ivory, paint them a light color. And then here's what I did afterwards. I stamped a couple of images on them. I've got several that are blank. I can also change the color much like I did on the others. I could use a blending tool and blend a color on. I could dye them, make a dye bath and dip them in that. I could use Tattered Angels or other spray type products. You could paint them with watercolor paint. So there's so many things you could do. You could just paint them different shades of a color that you find fascinating. Maybe you're enamored with the color purple, so you take every shade of purple you can create and you make a bunch of different papers. So just have fun with using what you have if you don't have a wide variety of other things. So in this basket, I just kind of grabbed a few things and I pre-cut a few bases. My thought was a page topper is something, and I'll show you one in a moment, that you could just make a bunch of because you're in the mood. You just want to create something. They may not necessarily be a theme. They're just kind of using up your generic bits and pieces. So I made mine to fit my standard page size, which is a 5.5 wide by 8.5 tall. So I cut some papers that are smaller so that this would fit on top of that and have a little bit of a border, and I could make this a pocket. I can make it a special opening door to more journaling. So you've got options here, and you're just making a bunch of bases. So you can kind of see I've got a little stack here. I went through some of my gel prints and where I run off the brayer onto a small piece of paper, and I just grabbed a few of those. Another thing I do is when I make gel prints, I'll use scraps of paper to kind of clean up the corners, and I get these unusual little bits and pieces. I thought, well, those would make nice backgrounds. Basically, we start with this and build on top of it. Well, hello, Hercules. I guess he heard me talking and decided to come in here. So just little bits and pieces, okay? Other things that I have in here are just some bigger scraps that I had left over. And so I just kind of put them in a little way of sorting them and getting to them pretty quickly for what I was using right now. But I have more. I don't even think I can pick it up. Over here where my sewing machine is, let me see if you can, I've got a big box. Can y'all see that there's a big box? And it is completely full of Ziploc bags full of little pieces and bits and leftovers. And so I'm trying to use up all of those. So here was my first attempt at what I would call a page topper. And let me get a piece of paper. Now I don't see one because I cleaned off my desk. I was trying to put things away. Do I have one here? Oh, here we go. I think there's one in here. Yeah, here we go. All right, so I've got an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. It was a spray box, and it was at the bottom, and so I just saved it. So this could be placed on top of that page. It could become a pocket from top to bottom. You could make this an opening with another piece of paper here. There's a lot of different ways that you can use this, but that's what I was envisioning, okay? Yeah. See, Julie says, I have separated my scraps between plain papers and pattern book papers because I do the same thing in a sense. I've got all of these are smaller scraps. If they're bigger, then I separate them by color, and then I have bags inside of boxes just because it looks neater to me. And I put in clear see-through bags all of the scraps of that color. Pinks all in one bag, purple all in one bag, red all in one bag. And then when I'm looking for specific things, I can go over there and pull that. Right now I have so much on my desk that it won't fit. So I'm trying to use it up. and Hercules says hi back. He came in, looked at me, and left. All right, so I thought I'd kind of mess with these, make some more. I've pulled out a bunch of different supplies that I have in my stash here, hoping to use some of this stuff up. And I started this one. This is what I took the inspo picture for the thumbnail here. And I started with this. So I've got a book page that I kind of trimmed down a little bit. But if you look at the book page, I had brayered when I cleaned off my gel plate, and I just colored it. So it's not necessarily any particular pattern or anything, just some color. Oh, and Julie says that from all of the subscription boxes that she's used and gotten from me, anything that's left over is put in a clear plastic envelope so you can see what it is. That's a good way to be able to visually see what you have. All right, so I've got a base, and I thought, well, I found this piece of pink paper that I had changed the color of. I don't remember if I painted it or if I sprayed it with Tattered Angels. It looked like it could have been sprayed, and then I stamped over the top of it. And so I thought, well, maybe if I put that there. This is one of Norella's images. I have a whole fussy cut little bag here that I put pieces in. I sometimes have leftovers. I know I have a couple more little envelopes like this as well. So I find that if you have those little bits, like for example, Julie says she has leftovers from the subscription boxes. Well, Julie, you could set those in front of you with the idea of, I want to use every scrap in that envelope, or I want to make X number of things out of those pieces. Kind of challenge yourself to use those, and that's how you can kind of get a theme started. The next thing I have here is I have, a piece of hymnal that was torn up, and I thought, well, maybe if we put that here, or do I want it over the top? I may do it over the top. I had stamped on a piece of book page that had been painted with white paint, and I thought, well, that might look kind of neat as a collage piece. I have a paper doily, and I can decide. I may change the color of the doily because I thought, well, maybe that's too much white competing with each other. I then decided, well, maybe if I put like a little ticket on here. I have this little image. I don't know if I want to put it here, but I was just trying to figure out how could I add little pieces? And then I saw this little piece. I thought, well, to break up this bottom, I'll just kind of put a scrap in there. Can you kind of see how that just comes together by layering on top of what was a background? You still see some of the background. Margie says her garbage can likes to eat all of her small scraps. I have to feed it or it might start eating me next. I still throw away a lot. Okay, so let's put this together. So I've stacked it all in the idea that I would want. I also have some embellishments here that I thought we might add. So I'm just going to go, I forgot, this is paint, so I will need the beacon glue, which I did add some acetone to and shook really well. So hopefully, there it goes. I had to get started. It will work. All right, so that was a whole lot of an introduction, wasn't it, y'all? Thank y'all for being here. I hope that you're inspired by some of what I shared today. Maybe there's something here technique-wise that you're like, ooh, I want to do that, or I like that. If you'll let me know, I'd greatly appreciate it. You can definitely leave a comment on this video after it's done playing. I don't know if you can leave a comment while it's live because of the chat box, but I'd love to know what was your favorite part, or tell me something that you've been working on that you were inspired to do. I greatly appreciate that. How is everybody? Have you had a good week? It's been a busy week. I did a whole bunch of work on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I thought, okay, well, I am all caught up. I didn't have a lot of big jobs that I knew about that were coming. So I was like, okay, I'll take Friday and stay home for a little while. And I got a text message around 11 from somebody we do business with saying, hey, are you busy? Would you like to do some work for me? Thank you, Jennifer. And so I was like, well, yeah, I guess I better, because, we need the work always, right? So that turned into a 3-day job. So I did get a little bit of time off this weekend. Henry decided to go in and work for me, so I didn't have to do all of the jobs that this person brought to us, or we went and got. And I was able to kind of sit in my craft room, and I had been mentioning in the past couple of weeks that I wanted to do something like this, which is to use up the scraps and see what I can make for page toppers. So I got to spend a little bit of time kind of sorting my desk a little bit. I fussy cut a few things. Oh, I did some, I didn't use one. I did some watercolor strips. I'll have to show you those. All right. Oh, that's right. You've got to start packing up because did your house sell? Did it sell? Yay, yay, yay. Oh, I'm so sorry you had no internet, Margie. I saw that when we were on there. Yeah, wasn't it nice of him? So I was like, okay, yay. So I did some work in here trying to prepare for today. All right, Copy. You okay back there, buddy? There you go. You don't have the box in front of you. There you go. I usually have a box in front of his little pillow, and so he doesn't slide off the pillow onto the floor. He hits the box. Days. Okay, so let's see. What else? I don't know. I was glad to have the work, and at the same time, I was tired. All right, I'm going to glue down this paper doily. I don't know that we can need to change the color. I do have some other, what do I have? I have some rhinestones. Oh yeah, I was going to show you the watercolors strips that I made. I was watching TV with Henry, and we were watching the what is the name of it? The Horse Whisperer? Is that right? Or is it? Oh no, Heartland. She's the miracle girl. Heartland. We like that little show, and we saw that we hadn't seen the last season because it's on Netflix. And so Henry and I have been watching that. And while we were watching that, I decided that I would just go ahead and make some watercolor strips. So I cut a bunch of pieces of watercolor paper, and I got out my watercolors and a paintbrush, and I just started kind of playing, making little squares of colors. It's not anything that I really thought about, you know, with great detail. I didn't try to concentrate too hard on it. All right, I think I like that. Let's put this one up here. I don't know that I need one, but we'll see. So here's some of them that I made. I just kind of, I would lay them out. I had a couple of photos that or not photos, images that I laid out in front of me. And then I just made a few little strips that I thought kind of matched some of those images and possibly could be used in other places. I don't think there's really a need for one on this one. And I guess we could do that, but it covers up too much of the music. So I'll save those for the next one. Hey, Amanda, welcome. Yes, we got, oh, you got $1 million. Wow, wow. Yeah, don't be cramming things in boxes at the last minute. That's the worst. And then you get up with a mess. So I think I'm going to put this one here. And I've got some bling. I didn't get out any labels for this one. I've got this bling. I'm going to cut it off the little doodad here. I might, let's see. Oh, if we put it like that, that might be kind of pretty right there. Oh, what if we put, do we want a butterfly up here, or is that too much? Am I doing too much? Well, so glad that you could be here, Amanda. Welcome. Okay, gotcha. So you're going to buy an apartment. I guess we kind of call that a, is it, do you, I guess New York buys apartments. It's kind of like my mother, she had a condominium for a little while. I'm trying to decide if I want it here. I think I want to put there. I don't know, just something like that. Just adding a little bit of bling. I think it needs something right there. I know I have some butterflies. I was going to see. Oh, you know what? Music. I have some music ephemera. What did I do with it? It's not there. I just put it up here. Or so I thought. Oh, I hate that. I just had it. I just had it. Okay, let's get this. This is what I made a little envelopes that I put my bits and pieces in. Like here's some more little scraps. But I made one today and I put in a whole bunch of musical instrument stickers. Oh, I see it now. It got set over here. Okay. Musical instrument stickers. That's what this needs. Okay, so music is the shorthand of emotion. Do we want a trumpet right there? We could do a saxophone. Let's do the saxophone. I think that's a clarinet that just popped off. You, my dear, you stay here. And we're going to put this maybe like that. Yeah. Look at that. Well, and that's just it. When I left my job of 20-something years, it did not feel real until it was completely over with, that I wasn't going back there, that I wasn't going to work there anymore. My life had changed. So it'll get there. It may take some time, but you'll get there. Okay, so we got that one. I'm going to come back to this one because I think it might look pretty if it also had a little bit of bling on it. So, do I want to put it here? I think so. I'm gonna use this up. Okay, gotcha. So you gotta get all the details. All right, don't stick to yourself now. Come on, cooperate. I don't ever use these because they are rather finicky sometimes to be able to get them where you want them. Okay. There. I think that's kind of pretty, just adding a little bit of bling. All right, so I kind of cheated, if you want to say cheated. I grabbed a few and laid them in my basket here of ideas, okay? Like this one, I don't know why, but I don't have my sewing machine set up, so I don't want to do it today, but I thought that might look kind of neat as a page topper, and that's just the basis of it. This is a gel print / mixed media page that I made, a piece of canvas and one of Norella's images, and I just like that look, so I thought, well, I'll put it in the basket. And my idea is, my goal is to finish all of these that I put in the basket. Maybe not today, but do it soon. And let me go a couple back here. Here we go. So this one, I just kind of was looking at the gel print pieces, and I just laid a few things that I thought would look good on top of that. This one, I hadn't gone very far. I just did a little bitty bit. Do you want me to do this one? I have this sample of something, and I thought, well, I could cut that to be the right size of the page, and then add in these pieces. And I think I need another piece of teal back there. Maybe, I don't know. Well, I'll pull out a couple of pieces. I could do this one if I just did a little piece off of one side, or I've got this bigger piece and I could make a frame and have this coming out. Make this frame smaller and then have that coming out. So what do you think? You know, something like that. Organizing your mini dies. Oh man, that can be a lot, right? I have boxes of dies. Okay, I think I want to do this one. So I'm going to lay it out here, what I kind of started putting together. So I started with a book page, and then I happened to find this book page that I had added the Tattered Angels to and then stamped on. And then I found a strip of paper. I stamped a saying, sentiment, and I thought, well, this might look good here, and this could look good like that. I mean, just kind of quickly comes together. So here's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to glue this piece down and trim off the excess because this is exactly the size I want. You don't have to necessarily put it on a foundation page. I'm doing it because Number one, these papers are really, really thin. And if I double it up, then I'm hoping it'll be a little bit better strength-wise, and it will look a little better because it'll hold up a little better. I don't know. So that's why I went ahead and just glued directly on top of the other. I'm just smoothing out the glue. All right, so now what I want to do is I'm going to cut off. There's a little bit of excess over here and over here. Yeah, she was having a water leak in her apartment. That's no fun for sure. Okay. Trim this one off. And I'm not going to save these pieces, but you could if you wanted to. I mean, sometimes I do because it fits the right spot, but they also get bent so easily. All right, so I got that on there, and I think I want this to still be down the side here. I'm trying to decide if I like one side better. Yeah, I think I like this way. So I'm going to glue this to here and then trim off the excess. I don't know, I have so many things in my craft room, and it is starting to get to this point where I'm like, okay, I really need to get rid of stuff because I can't see everything that I have. And a lot of it is just leftover bits and pieces that I keep saving. Intermingled with everything else. So I thought, I am just really going to try to spend some time going through these scraps. I'll just cut this one off. Okay, so I got that. And then I was going to put this over here. I've got this little piece that I was going to put here. And this would go here like that. I kind of like the idea that this matches up here, and then this kind of fills that space. Okay, yeah, I'm going to glue that down like that. Feed the garage can. Yeah. Garbage can. Feed the garbage can. I just can't do it. I am doing more. I just got a little baggie that I'm going to flip through here a little bit and throw away stuff that's in it that I have saved for far too long. I did throw away a bunch of oversized postcards and that kind of stuff that I had saved because I was going to use it on a journal, and I'm like, you know, I don't need those base papers. Y'all know where you could get them. I'll just tell you, pretend that this is one of those mailers that you got and you're trying to cover it up, because I don't need to keep any of that stuff anymore. Okay, I think I'm wondering, can y'all see that okay? Does this need another piece behind it? Maybe I'm thinking too much. Oh, you know what? Is that too much to put? You don't really see it right here. Okay, no. I think I'll go ahead and glue this down. I was trying to think if there was something else that I wanted to add with it. Maybe just adding the bling on top will be the thing. Okay. I won't miss stuff. What, the last time I really purged my craft room, I regretted it because it was like a week later I was looking for something that I knew I had, but I had gotten rid of it. And I was like, okay, I'm not doing that again. So I've been very picky about what I'm getting rid of. It's stuff that I know for sure I'm not going to do anything with it. You know, I saved it for whatever reason, or I purchased it for this or that. And so I've been pulling those items aside, and I've been giving them to a local charity shop. Okay, I think I like this so far. I saw, I don't know if we need it or not, but I've got some little scraps of lace. I thought I saw something pretty small here. Maybe just, nope, 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 nope. These are a lot bigger than what I thought I saw. Where did you go? All right, so maybe let's find one that I like the most. I don't want to cut that much off. Okay, maybe a little bitty piece here. Okay, get my fabric scissors. All right, I'm going to cut. There's like a little flower. So there's two little flowers. So maybe something like that. Just adding a little bit. Can't hardly see it on there. I could change the color of it if I were to make it a pink color. Let's do this. I'm going to lay it here. And let me get my gloves. I think I'm going to do Distress Oxide or Distress Ink. I've got to look here real fast. You know, do we want it to be green or do we want it to be a pink color? I'm kind of thinking maybe the green. So if I did, I don't know if that's the color I want. Nope, that's not it. Is it Shutters? That's that might be the color. Closer. Bundle Sage. I have a Forest Moss. Let's try that one. Let's just see. I think that's closer right there. So I'm just kind of topping it. And now it has more color on it. Okay, cool. Put the things back in the drawer so you can find them again today. Alright, put this in here, put this over here. Okay, okay. Put this up there. So I'm going to lay that here and let's glue it. And then let's get some different rhinestones. You liked it plain as is. Thank you. Put 3 tiny diamonds on the butterfly. Oh, okay, yep. Come on. There it goes. I just saw some little bitty rhinestones too, so let's see if I can find them again over here. Tiny, tiny. Okay. We'll put the fabric scissors away so that they don't accidentally decide to cut paper. You know how they are. They like to be defiant like that. You got rid of 4 years of boxes of crowned cross-stitch pattern books this weekend. I kept 1 box of cat patterns to look at, but I can't see to do it, so the counted cross stitch anymore. So that was good. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, yeah. And I love the look of counted cross stitch. I have one little box, and I'm trying to decide, do I go ahead and get rid of it? I'd like to do it. I know that as I get older, it's going to be harder to see. Okay, kind of get that positioned. There we go. All right, I added a little bling there. Do we also want to add a bit of bling? Why not? Oh, come on. I'm trying to use all these little sticker pieces. Okay, so if I put this right across here, come on. There we go. Yeah, before you took out the paper trash, what came after cross stitch. I like it. So we got another one done, another one done, another one done, done, done. All right, so this time I don't think I have the paper cut to the right size yet, and I've layered. Oh wait, I have more than one here. I have this page. I think I need a little bit bigger piece of paper to go behind. So I'm going to look here. I think I have one this size. I wanted to make it a little bit bigger, and I think doing that with that other piece of paper behind there, I'm trying to decide if I just want to put, I'll cut a special piece of paper so it's all text and put that behind, or do I want to just get an old book page like I've got here? I've got some sheet music and book pages. So what if I were to put this as the background? I think I like that. Okay, so I'm going to peel one of these off. Come on. Okay. I just have a little drawer that I put book pages in, that whenever I'm done with a project, I've been trying to put the pages over here so that I go here first instead of finding a book and ripping out more papers. Because the problem is I still have the books that go with those. All right, so here's what I need to do. I want to glue this. I'm trying to decide which side I like. I think I like that side. Okay, so I'm going to glue this to where it kind of lines up, and then I can trim it or fold it to the back side. That may be what I do, just because it finishes the edge. Another thing I could do is if I left the tabs, then I can use those later to attach it to a page as a pocket. All right, so now I'm going to cut this side off. Julie's back. All right, so I want to go right about there. So I got a little scrap now I can use somewhere else. I know, I created more scraps. And I'm going to cut the corners off. Actually, I should fold them first. Okay. This side. And the top. All right, now cut all these corners. And we can decorate this piece. Oops, come on. There we go. There we go. All right, so I'm just going to make sure that all my little tabs are to the inside. And I'm going to go ahead and put distress inks around that outside. What was the turning point for you in paper crafts? What was it about paper crafts that maybe you have stopped doing other crafts and you strictly do things with paper? What was it that drew you in? Okay, so this piece I think needs to be distressed a little, but I think it would look good. Just, I don't know if I want to center it and put another piece of paper down here. I was going to put this over here, and I had slid it over a little, and I had this piece behind. Maybe I will center it more. Before, I was going to cut it to the size of this piece. Yeah, I hope I didn't do this wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and about a quarter. Okay, yeah. I thought I had it right. Okay. So we've got those layers in there. I went all the way to the edge on this side. I'm backing it off. I don't know, I kind of like going to the edge. Living on the edge. Okay, and then I had a doily, and I found this tiger lily. And I thought, well, these would be good colors to put across there. How's that? And then we've got some bling. Maybe we have a secondary image that we can put on, right? So first thing I need to do is glue this piece down. More versatile, so I can make more types of things. Started with greeting cards, but I don't make them anymore. I make books and tags and stuff like that. And that's kind of, I think that's like the gateway. Come, learn paper crafting, and you can make your own greeting cards and save money. Or come, make your own scrapbooks using this brand of supply. I need to come this way. The gateway craft. Making greeting cards. Alright, so this I'm going to put over the top. I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap. Oh yeah, that's paint, so I'm going to need this where it won't stick. You shall sticketh for me. Gotcha. So Julie says that even as a little girl, she loved paper craft, but she didn't know what to do or how to do it. And I didn't have anyone to guide me. So coloring with colored pencils was your go-to craft. Gotcha. Greeting cards cost me about $5 each. $500 each to make one greeting card. Yep, because you gotta have the paper cutter, and you got to have the scissors, and you got to have the special glue, and you got, it's like, oh my gosh. Does it end? Nope, it does not. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. I did go ahead and add distressing to these. And a tip I'll give you if you've got a really brittle piece of paper is to put another thicker, stronger piece of paper behind it and then do your distressing the way that I do it, whereas I go over the edge so you can kind of see where I went around. And I did that by just adding another piece of paper behind. And I have to be real careful because this is very fragile. Okay, there. Looking good. All right, and I think I still want the doily, but do we want to add, I feel like I want to add some tattered angels to it. Maybe some, like a pearlescent color. I don't know. I'm going to grab my box and see what I can find. You do the combine it with mixed media and all right, I'm gonna lay that in there. Neutral colors. Let's see if this one works. Yeah, I got a couple of them out. One of them is precious metal, and it has a lot of mica in it. And so sometimes the sprayer doesn't even want to work off the bat. So we're going to see what happens. Yeah, just what I thought. Okay. This is brass peacock. I think I like that better. Anyway, I'll have to get another sprayer for that. All right, let's dry it. Your first class at 5 years was embroidery, as I needed to sit quiet in my grandparents' store when I learned crochet, and well, the rest is history. That's amazing, though. You've had so many styles of crafts that I have done. Paper is the last. I've done so many things, you know. And I still have the supplies to do some of these things, and I want to do it again. You know, I make handmade glass beads. I've done glass fusing, glass, stained glass construction. I mean, I've done so many things. Jewelry making, kind of like that. I've done a little bit of everything. Crochet, knitting, mosaics, wall art, all types of mixed media stuff. Yeah, I think right about there. Okay. You don't have that brass peacock? That was from the let's see, the peacock. What was that? I think that was the first peacock kit. I still have that color. It's just a real pretty brass. All right, I think I'll put this one here. And this is going to go across there. So I'm going to come up just a little bit because I want a little bit of this corner here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down. Then I'll go down the flower. I did. I made crochet doilies. I entered a crocheted blanket into the county fair when I was in high school. I used to make photo album covers. Henry and I did. It was a 2-part thing. One of the designs was he would embroider a fire department's shield on a piece of satin fabric, And then I would take that satin fabric and cover a photo album with it and finish it all off for them to fill the inside with all their photos. Okay, I'm liking this. I think I want to look through, do I want some more flowers? Or do we want to use maybe some of the, that's too big. What do I want to say? Word phrases, maybe? I think those are the same color. We could put that there. That would be smaller. You know, I have these. They're little stickers that I don't know where I got them. If somebody gave them to me or if I got them in a grab bag. There's no price tag on them. Self-adhesive. I think one of those. Oh, I see there's a problem. It doesn't want to come off the backer paper. Now, do I want to... Oh, you can see it. Okay. So it's adhesive, but the adhesive is stuck to their paper because they didn't do a, what do you want to call that, a plastic backer card. And these, I don't know what they're called. They're called petal pebbles. So they have real flowers inside of a resin is what I think it is. You like that? Thank you, Margie. So I'm going to put that here. I think I like that. And I think I like the butterfly there. I thought maybe this style of doing a couple of pages or page toppers would kind of help me use up more of the stuff I have, you know, because I've tried to set it up a little bit differently where I'm visually able to kind of look to see what I have that can be used. Let me look over here. We have the bling, so I could put bling on it again. I don't think one of those goes. Bling, bling, bling. I've got a little cross that we could put. Maybe, you know, that kind of looks pretty right there. I don't know why. It's calling to me. And I don't think I have any of my small, like, little sayings. Let's see what I have here. This says melody, blank, journal, where words fail, music speaks. I kind of like that. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Yeah, it probably may have been something like that. I have a couple more that I saw. I don't see them now, of course, because I was trying to put everything together. Oh, here's another one that's kind of rectangular, so maybe I'll use some more of those. I've got some stickers in there too. Okay, I think I'm going to use these, and I like this more open cross. All right, let's see if I can get it off the backer without it falling apart. Cooperate, please. Come on. There we go. Got it. All right, now don't stick to my finger. And I want to put you right about there. I like that. Aren't they pretty? I don't know. I like it. You know, and this is using a mop-up paper or a gel print. I don't know which it was. That was from my gel printing session. I can say that, I guess. And I was able to kind of add a little bit of, you know, rubber stamp images, this weird sticker thing I have, some book pages, watercolor. And it's not necessarily using fancy papers. Sure, maybe this image, but you could also stamp or watercolor your own images if you're that talented. Be my guest. All right, so here's another one that I started. So here's what I got. This was a partial gel print. I need to trim this. I know that. I don't believe it is big enough. Well, it is 6.5 inches by... So you know what? I think I can no, because this paper is really thin. No, I'm just going to trim it. So I'm going to trim down this side a little bit. And I'm going to trim the bottom. I need this to be no more than 8.25. Yeah, let's do that. And no more than 5.25. Okay. I have scraps. I'm going to stick those in my little bag, because sometimes you need a little contrast. All right. So I have this. I have another gel print that looks like it has a ghost print with it. It just has a neat effect. So I was thinking maybe putting that on there. And then I have a piece of hymnal, so maybe up high. And then I don't know where I got these. Digital image, I guess. Okay, so we kind of got a few things. So let's look at, I've got some of these stickers. Not tulips. There's some butterflies. There's some different little flowers and yellows. Let's look at those. What else do I got in here? Well, I have some flowers and some white flowers. I think I got these off of Amazon a while back. I got a little thing. Okay. I'm thinking maybe this one. Something where that's over here? Or is it too light to see it? I guess I could bring it down on top of the white doily. Maybe move this over a little bit and down. Now you can see it better, can't you? I also have, I just saw, kind of like a little leaves, which I may trim. Yeah, something like that. I kind of like that. Yep. Okay, let's put this back in here. I have a piece of fabric that I had laid out here because it had a little flower on it. And I was thinking maybe putting it in here. Okay. You're staring at the screen intently. Okay, and then I haven't. We could do this. Aspire to be amazing. So we could put that here. I do have a little postcard. Yes, no, maybe. Let's look at, maybe a little butterfly. I know I keep using a lot of the same colors, so let's try this butterfly. I think that works. Little variety there. I'm having fun making these. Are y'all watching? Y'all liking it? And I think we can then embellish it a little bit further, maybe with some bling. Yeah, I think I forgot to put bling on the last one, on the butterfly. I was going to put some on there. So I'm going to do that real fast while I'm thinking about it. You love watching others craft. Isn't it fun to kind of see what goes through our minds too, if you can walk through the process with them? I hope, anyhow. Because it's like, okay, why did you choose that? Oh, that's why you chose that. This is what I had. Okay, let's see, I'll put the bling in there. And I didn't put one of these on here, should we? I could put it. So this is kind of a two-part little doodad. If you do the whole thing, it's that big. I could put one all the way across the bottom. Why not? Look, I'm almost used it all up just today. Okay. Oh, don't stick, don't stick. Oh, I guess that's what I should do so that I don't accidentally. Okay, if I put that here and then gently turn it. Okay. I think I got it. It's not perfect, but oh, I like it. Just adding a little more bling. More bling. I like it a lot. Okay. I'm having fun, can you tell? All right, so we trimmed this one already, but I haven't trimmed this piece, so I'm going to glue it down and then cut off the excess. You like it? You like it? You like it? I don't know. When I saw these gel prints, I was like, I have got to use these. And some of them you may not have thought would go together, but when you start layering things, and if you look at other people's examples of what their eclectic collages look like, it starts out as a mismatch of stuff. And then when you work on it, it's like, oh, I see this coming together because of the colors and the patterns. You had to get a candy bar. Robin would be pleased because I put lots of bling on it. Okay, so we got this piece, and then I wanted to put this piece down to kind of cover up the fact that we didn't have all the way, right? So I think I'm going to use the beacon glue since it's kind of on a gel print. I want a candy bar. I may need to drink some more water real fast here. This was a hymnal that somebody gave me, and it has seen better days, let me tell you. It was pretty rough looking. I think this is the one that got dropped in the mud. Okay, put that here. Okay. All right, I know that this doily is going to go way down here at the bottom, so I'm just going to go ahead and put that in place because I know all the other layers are going to be over that. I think I need to go around the edge with some distress ink of this piece. But I think I can do it after I put some more layers on. Okay. Put this down here. Oop, don't stick to my fingers. Okay. So if I put this here, and I was going to put this piece of fabric maybe like that. Yeah, okay. Because I should still be able to put this on here and then put this. I'm going to cut the sticker and put that kind of over. So I'm going to glue this piece down. Oh, I think I want, do I have a piece of, I know we got a doily. Oh, I've got a little piece of an ecru lace, maybe. Can you see it? You can't really see it. Okay, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Not gonna work. Not gonna do it. Okay, let's glue this piece down. Fabric. Carmelo, come and get it. Okay. Henry bought, I think they're espresso something, espresso caramel M&Ms. I think that's right. Caramel espresso something. It's that kind of combination. M&Ms. And they're really good. I have to be really careful because you can't just eat one. But I've been trying to keep my limit down to no more than 4. Okay. And then this was going to go here. And then we got a butterfly that we're putting up there. And then we have to put some bling. Bling! We got to put some bling! Yeah, they're pretty yummy. You just have to, like I said, they're like, oh, I want another. But I'm like, no. No more. Okay, let's put, I don't know if I don't know that I want this anymore. So I'm not going to put it on. I think I'm going to make a change. Okay, and then we're going to glue this one down. You know, yummy candies can be a threat. They're not good to have around. Your will has to be strong. I have this little sticker. It may be too much for up there. I think we're going to head do these stickers. Okay, so this is where I need my second pair of glasses, and I need a pen or a needle because you have to get between the backer and the front. Come on. Oh my goodness. And they're really stickers. I may have to give up on this in a moment because I am not, come on. Sometimes you can just bend the edge, but it's not budging. Come on. Maybe they aren't stickers. I thought these were stickers. or I just can't see them because my head has been pounding all day and it may be playing tricks on my eyes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can't get it to come off. So I'm just going to use the beacon glue and glue it down. Koalas? Oh my gosh. I can't eat a koala. They sure look cute, but they are not cute. They can be very ferocious. I watched a TV special on them not too long ago and I was like, whoa, that was not a good encounter. And I think I'm going to cut off right about here. And then I'll just put glue on it. Why not? There. All right, so now let's look at the bling. Oh, I've got this amber bling. What else do I have here? Yeah, those are like really cheesy looking. That's black. Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything else I want to use, but I could use some of these. That is, if I can get this thing open. There it goes. I've got these big squares. Maybe like that. Do we want one in each corner? All right, you got to tell me, one in each corner or the two opposite corners? Come in just a little bit. I need a drink. I get some. This is a latte I made. Okay. I think I like that. Oh, I could put the other on here. So I'm going to put some of those in there. Each corner. Okay. Come on. I got a little right there. There we go. All right, let's close this so I don't spill them. All right, put that back in here. That goes over here. Let's get the glue. I think I'm going to use the gym tack. And I'll put a little on here. I'll put a little on here. Come on. Okay. There we go. It's called Beacon Gym Tack. I made some bedazzled rubber ducks for taking on a cruise a while back. And I asked everybody what they were using to adhere their gems to that rubber duck, and they were using this glue. And I just turned it upside down, so now I'm not going to be able to get a glue dot in my... Oh, there it goes. And I'm not using very much, I'm just making a little dot. That one I squeezed out too much, so I had to wipe it away. Okay. Another thing, this could become a journal cover topper. So don't think that you have to limit these to only be used inside a journal. They could possibly become the journal cover. I like it. I like it a lot. I feel like it needs something else. Oh, maybe a, well, no, not one of those. I already did these flowers. We already did a butterfly. I'm trying to see what else I have here. I think it might be good enough as it is. Sometimes you just want to add something else, but you just can't quite do it. All right, I think I'm going to put that one aside. I like it. I think the other thing I could have done is done some gold embossing. I mean, this has got some gold in the background here, but I think that gives a nice variety. All right, let's put that there. Let's pull out the next one. So here's another one of these. Over the course of time, I cleaned up a gel plate and ended up with this piece of paper. And I thought, well, why don't we use that to make a journal page topper? Okay, let's see. I think this is another one of those that if I score this right, so I'm going to score it, or do I just want to cut it? I may just cut it. This paper, I can't tell. It may not be as fragile as I thought it was. Okay, so let's score this. And then I'm going to fold. I'm going to fold. There it goes. It's like, why aren't you folding? Okay. And then I know I want to go across here. And fold that in. And then I want to make sure I'm at 5 1/4 here. And score. Okay. Why aren't you going? Okay, I just had to coax it just a little bit. And then I don't want it any more than 8 1/4. So I'll score across this way. Where is it? It's not. Come on, 8 1/4. I try not to do it too hard because I don't want to rip the paper. All right, now I can see. There we go. It just changes how it looks once you get it trimmed down. All right, and then I had this guy that I thought, well, I could put it down the side over here. I got another image that I had. And then I had the most important things in life aren't things. That's kind of where I was on this one. It didn't have a whole lot to start with. Glossy accents. Glossy accents, I think, works pretty good for putting on gems, you're saying, yeah? Yeah, it lasts a long time if you take good care of it. All right, so I think I'm just ready to just glue these down and then possibly add things on top of it. I don't know. I like these fun gel prints, and I haven't been using them in a while. So I think it's kind of neat. I'm mixing all these colors together. We're getting some really cool things. Okay, put that here. I'm just leaving that purple and whatnot border. Okay. And I think I'll put this in the corner a little bit and then maybe just a little bit above. I want to make sure I'm not going up too high. So let's put this piece down first. That's on a gel print. I should have used, I guess that was kind of a blank area, but why did I grab this one? It's huge. Why did I grab this giant bottle? I guess because it was closer. Okay. Close it. Okay. Try not to get glue all over my fingers. Let's put this over here. There we go. And then this piece, I kind of put right about here. I think that'll work. Okay, I'm having fun. What do y'all think of this? Just kind of grabbing the pieces, and I think I have a couple more in that basket. I might be able to get them all done today. Okay, that's paint, so I need this glue. Okay, now put this. So we can put a sentiment or find something else to add. We got the sentiment, never mind. Other images, or maybe some, I don't know, a faux postage or a postage. I thought I had some postage here. You liking it? Okay, yay, yay, yay. I'm glad. I've got the music instruments. What do we got? I have a unpainted dragonfly I saw. I don't know. I don't know that it matches the vibe, but I've got a kitty cat. Why not? We'll put the kitty cat on there. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put it on here. You love it? Well, thank you. Thank you, Julie. There you go, Margie. I used a cat. I guess someone had given me a stamped piece of paper. It had 3 little stamped kittens. This is one of them. And a couple of words, so I fussy cut those out today. I thought, well, I'll stick them right here so that when I'm looking for something, I can see it. I could put a dragonfly there. I'm going to add some bling. Yay! Kitty cat! This over here. I think that works too, because putting the black and white words, the black and white cat, and now a black and white dragonfly kind of brings the eye in, doesn't it? Have you look at the whole thing? Cats go anywhere. Oh, why not? And then we'll put some bling on it. We gotta add bling. You're itching now? Not a real cat. An image of a cat. Oh, come on. Let's tuck that right there. Okay, so I have I don't know that I want to put it over here. I think this is the side. Okay. Cut it. I'm going to cut it here. So then it kind of looks like it's coming Or do we want to come up from the top? Yeah, let's go that way. No itchy for you. No, she's not allergic to dogs. I'm allergic to cats, if y'all didn't know that. I didn't know it for the longest time until I went in to have the test done for allergies, and they said, oh yeah, you're allergic to cats and cat dander and cat hair. And I was like, oh, so that's why I haven't been able to breathe for all these years when I've had a cat sleeping on my head. Okay, there we go. All right, now maybe a rhinestone or two on here. So I'm thinking I'm going to cut one, and let's see if I can get, come on, one right here. I can barely see it. Ugh. All right, I got it almost in the center of the heart on there, but not really. It's at the bottom. So, and do we want, let's just add a lot of bling. A lot of bling. Never too much, right? Okay, and then, oh, there we go. I like it, all the bling. Cat dander. Yes, cat dander. I just lived with her until she passed. And now I know, so if I go to somebody's house that has cats, I try to take Benadryl before I get there. Here recently, though, my friends that I go over to, their cats don't like strangers, so I've never really had a problem because they didn't try to get in my lap. That's when I start having a problem, if they want to be loved on. And I like petting cats, but I have to be careful. I don't know. I like the simplicity of it. You like it? Yeah, it's stuff on cats that isn't on dogs. It's different. I was here recently learning that I'm going to put this behind here because I think this glue may still be wet. That if you have cats and chickens together, that those chickens then lay eggs, that if you eat those eggs and you are allergic to cats, your symptoms will be lessened, and or you could build up antibodies, and so you don't get sick anymore. Thought that was interesting. Okay, so here's another one of these gel print mix-up pieces. So I'm going to do the same thing, I think, which is to just kind of go around the edges and make a little bit of a border so that I can make this a page turner. You love it? Love it. All right, so I'm going to go here. Okay. Okay. And then this one's going to be 5 1/4. I think it's a little bit crooked. All right, and then fold the edges to the inside. Yeah, isn't that interesting? I don't know how well it works or not. I guess if you have chickens and you happen to have the ability to put some cats by your chickens without them eating your chickens, that's the other thing, right? Then you might be able to say, oh, let's do it. Oh, a Siamese, yeah. I could see that. Yeah, I think that would look, I don't want to cover it up though. I think I'm going to go here. So I think what I want to do is mark this. Okay, so where's a pencil? So I think I want to just kind of cut this right here. So I'm just going to try to get it straight. There. Okay. And let's go here. So it kind of comes over this, but it doesn't cover up the whole thing. I kind of like that. Let's add some distressing. This is a thin piece of paper again. So I'm just going to grab another piece of paper here and lay it over it. For me, I thought Hercules was down at my feet. Oh, I see. He's sitting up. He's over there licking his feet. What are you doing, foot licker? All right. Let's go this way. I'm going to go down this side. And then go across the top. And while we're at it, I didn't do the others, so I'm going to do this one. Now I want to purposely do more of these pages when I gel print. What about y'all? Oh, that's sad. Poor kitty. What are you doing, Hercules? What are you doing? Huh? What's up, buddy? Oh. Okay, I rubbed his face. He likes that. All right, so this piece is going to go here. I'm going to go ahead and glue it down because I know that's where I want it. That's why I made it, right? I'm using the beacon glue because of the gel print. Okay. Put this down. Okay. And then I was looking at my book pages and I just stamped this border stamp repeatedly. I just kept stamping it, offsetting it a little bit and stamping it, trying to line it up as best I could. And I think it looks pretty good because it has that open-ended look. So it just looks like these papers were made. And I thought it would fit right there in the bottom corner and look pretty good. And I'm not even going to trim it. I'll just use it as the piece that it is. Oh, you can't leave them behind once you fall in love with them when you're picking them up from rescue. That was Piglet. When I saw Piglet and I saw how sick she was, I was like, she needs somebody to take care of her. And she was the most difficult dog we have ever had. All right, I don't know that's what I want to do. I'm reevaluating here. Maybe something like that. Okay, I like that. So let's see what else I have here. I have this little border. What if we were to put a border across there? Is that too much? Not enough? This is one of my favorite little sentiments that says, love flows quietly. So I was thinking putting it down here at the bottom. Yes. Yep, they just get you, don't they? All right, so I think what I'm going to do is glue this piece down. You like it? Am I doing good here? Again, I'm just going through what I have, using a variety of things. Okay. Another thing I could do is come back with the glitter paint and add glitter, little accents to them. I may do that because I could go into this digital image from Calco Collage and add some glitter to it. Okay, I think I like that, and it's crooked, so I got to straighten it out. Okay. There, let's put this down here at the bottom. Gotta have him, he's so sweet. Ah. Okay, and then put this right here. I think what I'll do is just kind of fussy cut this over here. But I could see adding glitter paint to this piece too. Huh, there's a little star on here. It's a star sticker. It's stuck to the back. I think if I can cut away, I'm doing a 2-for-1 here. I was peeling the sticker off the back because I thought maybe I could set it if I remove the excess paper. And I'm going to put this here. I think that's what I'm going to try to do. Okay, let's see if I can. Ugh, it's so hard to see. I'm kind of thinking it's not even worth it. I have others. I know I saw some. Okay, I think I got it pretty good. So what if I put it just right there? I'll put a little dot. Buy more stuff. I'm doing great using up the stuff. I am not buying any more stuff. I have enough. I've been trying to be really, really good. I mean, I did buy a rubber stamp. I spent a whole $1. But other than that, I haven't bought anything in a while. Okay, it needs something else. What if I look at... no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Interesting. I may have to save that for one. I thought I have some bigger rhinestones. And I'm thinking just putting a whole row right here. Uh-oh. Tell her to refresh. Refresh. I'm back now. Okay. All right, let's put this like right about, oh, don't stick down yet. Don't stick down yet. There we go. Added some bling. I think we may want a butterfly, right? Now, do we want a different color? That teal kind of color, or I have this purple one. Got teal, and then there's not any pink really. I mean, and these are a lot bigger. There's a bigger teal one. I think I like this one better because it's just a little bit larger. So that's what we're going to go with. And then we'll add some bling to the center of the butterfly. Yeah. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. And then let's cut this to be right about here. Okay. Bling. So, do we want to put some bling in the centers of those flowers? Just trying to see if I had some. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, that's what it needed. It needed more bling. Ah, more bling. I like it. It's pretty. Okay, I made another one. Oh, I used to do the bling on the butterflies all the time. I just haven't done it in a while because you have to stop and get the bling out. And now I've got a mess on my desk. All right, so this one, I think what I want to do is cut this piece in the back to be just a little bit larger than this cover piece and still be within the size I need to make my journal. So that's 5 1/4. And then the size up and down, well, that's almost 7 1/2. So that works. I can kind of center it. And then I found this piece, and I think what I want to do is trim down this teal piece to be a little bit smaller. And then I have some music. I may cut this part off. And I had that. So this, I was thinking of putting it here. I could swap it. And if this were to go here. Okay, I'm going to trim this piece. How did shiny stuff get the name bling? I don't know. I do not know. I think that's what I want to do. Okay, let's trim this. Okay. Created another scrap, right? But we'll put it back in the bag. And then I'm going to trim down. Okay. There we go. Little bit scrap. Oh yeah, that's better, isn't it? Okay, so I need to, I think this is like a painted, I don't know what it is. It's called Break Time. And I don't know if it's a sample, it's supposed to be in a sample book, or if it's some kind of product that you're supposed to cut up and use. I don't know. I'm going to distress this. Good question. How did shiny stuff get the name bling? Margie wanted to know. What do you think? How did they get that name bling? Where did they come up with that description of it? You brought out the bling. I wonder if I should, no, because we already got stamped on this one. I was trying to decide if I should stamp on the edge. Something like that. And then this is going to go across the bottom. All right, so we need some distress inks on this piece and on the music. Just pulling that little bit of teal that happened to be on the plate when I made this gel plate. Okay, so let's use a scrap of paper. Oh, it's fragile. Gotta be careful. Okay. All right, so now we can start gluing things together, I think. Yep. All right. So I need to glue this piece down. I got to glue this piece first. Okay. So I got this piece. It's a book page, gel print. I've made quite a few of these today so far. Wonder if I have enough time for one more. Depends how fast I go, right? Okay. So put this right in the middle. Okay. Now, this piece is going to go up here in the corner. All right. Oh, it's so fragile. I got to be careful. All right, lay that down. Easy, 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 easy. Okay. There. And then these need to be glued together. Sure, do a couple more. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Let's put this right here for now. I haven't done a sentiment yet, right? So we need to go find maybe a little sentiment to put on here. I think we could come up with something, right? And then we got to put some bling. Maybe a butterfly. Getting the stamp room and starting those dies. You got to get her done, little lady. Okay. And then I'm going to put this down here. Okay. Maybe right across here. And, oh, what do we have? Maybe too big. But I got this really big butterfly. Something like that. I haven't cut out the antennae. I could cut it in half and only use part of it, but I think I want both, but I'm not sure if that's the color I want. What else do we have here? I have this color. That one already has glitter on it, and this one does not. We could do this color. I think that stands out a little better than the brown, doesn't it? Get in there, lady. Just do it. Okay, I like that. And then, oh, how about this? It's right here on top. So let's do choose joy over Mary or Mercy. I like it. It just has to kind of come together. Sometimes if you can sit down for a minute and take about 10 minutes and stack some things together that you think kind of go just quickly. And I just put them in a basket to the side and just kind of did one, set it, and just kept doing it. And I may change my mind by the time I get to it in the stack. Maybe there's something else that fits better or needs to be added, and you just kind of play around with it. All right, so we're going to do the bling down the middle. Go here. Oop. A little bit crooked. Get over there where I want you. Okay, I like that. It doesn't have a lot of bling to it. I could put blings in the corners again. Is there anything over here that needs to be used? I thought I had some bling in that teal color, but oh wait, maybe this one? Oh, let's see what we can do. Magnetic sheet. I have some of my dies on magnetic sheets and some are not. Okay, I think, oh, I don't know why I was cutting this because they're not glued together in strips. Okay, that's good. Okay, I like that. Okay. And let's put it over here. I like it. That looks cool, doesn't it? I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. One more. Maybe two more. But this one. Okay, so we need to cut it down, basically, like I did on the other. Yeah, it is a long process when you go to try to, clean up your craft space and organize things so you can find it better and use it better. And it's like, oh, I thought I wanted it over here, but I think it would work better over there. Or I don't like that thing that I used to store it in, so that needs to change. It's just like, oh my goodness, it just you know, keeps going and going and going. You're like, oh, help me. All right, I think I need to do, how did I not get that straight? There we go. I have to straighten it out. There we go. That's a lot better. All right, so we're going to go about that far. And then we're going to fold it over. And then we're going to do 5 1/4. I don't know how I get crooked sometimes, but it happens. Bye, Julie. Thanks for coming in. Okay, and then 8 1/4. Alrighty. There we go. So, here's what I have. I had a little piece of this, and I had a piece of this. I kind of think it needs to go on top. Maybe like that. I think this needs some distress inks on it, so let's distress it. Come here. Truly give it some grungy. Oh, it tore, but that's okay. We'll make it work. Maybe I'll have to put something over where it tore, because we'll have that opening there. Maybe a piece of fabric or a flower or something. So I'm going to glue this piece down because I know I want it here. And then I can come in and see what else I need to put down. Maybe I can grab another little scrap to fill that spot in. And then I'll put down the music paper. Okay, so let's look here. What color? I just had a little piece. Do I make it the full size? Okay, let's do this. I think I'm going to glue this piece on top and then tear down the edge. So we'll have it here. And then I'm going to tear over here. I think I'm going to go all the way up. Okay, yeah. Add a little bit more distress ink. Okay, so then this could go here. And then we can see what else we can stick down. You like the words peeking through? Yeah, it's kind of cool, isn't it? But I changed it. I wanted it different. Here, I can move it down, but I really, nope, I'm going here. I'm going here. I'm just doing it. I know, I ruined it. I have this little piece of lace. I think I may put it over the top though. Maybe right down the side. And I have a little label. I could put that up here. But I also had this little image. These are one of my older watercolor little palette things that I made. It's my prerogative. Okay, I think that's... Do I want to... I think I changed my mind where I wanted my dragonfly. All right, so I'm going to glue this down first. I think if I put enough glue on this side, I'm switching it around so that it will stay in place. And then I'm going to put the dragonfly on top. Okay. At an angle. Yes, yes, yes. And then I may change this to a different color. Let's see if I've got my... Where art thou? Did I already have them out and I didn't see them? What? Where did they go? I gotta go back through the pile again. Aha! So maybe instead of that color, we should find either a pink or a teal. So while we're doing that, I think what I want to do is glue this down and glue that right next to it. Gluing all the layers one at a time. Okay. And then this is going to go here. So I'm just going to add the beacon glue because it's a lace. I'll put it right behind, so hopefully it'll stick down pretty well. Okay. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, okay, okay. I'm getting there a little at a time, right? Kind of thinking that because of the pink here, we should go with this label there. And then I'm going to put this guy in that corner. I'm trying to, use up different things. And if I had looked at this any other time, I'd be like, none of this goes together, but I think it does. It's very eclectic. Now, am I going to use all of these? I don't know. We shall see. Okay, let's put these away. Back in here. And let's look at the words. See if there's something. This is my story. I think down there that looks good. This is my story. This is my song. All right, let's... Oh, we need this other glue. Ah, okay. Well, we'll miss her. We miss her. We hope she can stop by later. Or we'll see her next week. Visit with your mom while you can, because she won't be here one day. All right. I like that. All right, so now we need to bling it up, baby. Let's bling it up. Now, do I want to put a piece of bling over the lace? I kind of like that idea. Let's try it. All right, we got to get it off the little backer sheet, right? Yeah. That's right. She'll shine without her. That's right. Gotta love them mamas while they're here. You may never think that'll happen, but it does. It does, and it'll be a sad day for you if you still got your mama. So appreciate her, treasure her, love her. Yep. Well, that's because of those of us whose mamas have gone on, you know. Oh, I guess I didn't glue that one down yet, did I? We're going to need some bling on the dragonfly, right? Yeah. Do you want me to do another session like this? Do you want me to move on to a different style of making what I call page toppers? Do you think we should maybe make journal cards in this same fashion, or just pockets that's going to go on a page and in different varieties and shapes and sizes, but using the same concept? So instead of it being a full page, it would be a pocket that could go over something else. So let's go back through. Yeah, here's all the ones that I've done. And I'm going to lay some stuff out of the way. I got bling in a pile over here. So I'm going to put that in my basket. Pick it all up. All right. I am not doing anything for fall or Halloween. Sorry. I have too many other things that I don't want to print any fall stuff. All right, so see how this will fit on my 8.5 by 11 piece of paper folded in half. And it can be a pocket then that you could put behind this way on your page. So there's one. And I think the rest of these are small enough that here's another one. And we've got yet another one. Put this over here too. I'm just making a mess. All right. And then we got this one. And then we have this one. And then we have this one. And wait, there's more. We have this one. We made 8 today. I had 9 total made, but 8 today, starting with one. They're kind of some of the same color themes, so I could use them in a journal together, or I could split them out and make different journals. I'm kind of thinking the next thing that I want to do is the same concept, but I'm going to make a bunch of pockets that only, you know, go on the bottom half of the page and have little layers on those pockets that can be used in the same journal, but at the same time, they're going to have a little different look to them because they're going to be made in a different session. Did you like this? Did you have some fun? Did y'all enter in the giveaway for the free junk box? I know it's silly. Hey, Bonnie, I didn't see that you were here. Hello, lady. Sorry if I didn't see that. I wasn't trying to ignore anybody. I just had a lot going on here. I think almost all of these, yes, they all had bling on them. So that's a good thing, right? I used a lot of bling today. Exactly, a good day's work. So I think the the next step I could do is decide if these are going to become pockets on a page, and I could make something to go behind it that kind of matches but maybe doesn't. I don't know. And I was thinking of making, small pockets in different designs that could be used on a page. You like those ideas? All right, let's pick a winner of the junk bucks, and that winner is Bonnie. All right, Bonnie, I'm going to go to currency and Bonnie and search. And Bonnie, I don't know which one's yours. One of them's got less points than the other, so I'm going to add it to that one so you'll have more points there. Okay, awesome. Yay, Bonnie, congratulations. Well, I hope that y'all have had an amazing week, that you're inspired to create, to get in your stash of stuff and make something that you can use, whether it be in a journal or make a card to send to somebody, a tag, whatever it may be, and that you have fun doing it, Share it with somebody if you can. Take a picture, mail it, whatever, something like that. Know that I care about each and every one of you. I hope that you know that deeply, that you are loved and greatly appreciated. I thank you for being here. Be kind to those around you. You never know what someone is going through. If you're on the road and some driver's acting all crazy, don't throw your fists in the air. It's okay. We're all going through stuff. Let it go. That's hard. It's hard to do it, but you gotta let it go. If you're in a store somewhere and somebody's grumbling, just say, I hope you have a better day. Don't say it with malice, say it with hope for them. Thank you so much, ladies. And I greatly appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Janice, so glad you're here. Had to stop. Oh, gotcha. Oh, no, I had to save the babies. Oh, no. Be kind to those out there and take care of yourselves. Self-care is very important. Get enough sleep, drink enough water, those types of things. Get some exercise. I'm trying to do that. I try to get my 10,000 steps every day. I've been doing it now since January 1st. It's only been 2 days, and that was when I was really, really, really sick. Y'all have an amazing week. Lots of love to each and every one of you. And I guess next week, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do half pockets. If you have a idea of what you would rather see, let me know. Give me a comment down below this video. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Y'all have an amazing week. Lots of love to you. Bye.